Tonight, we are dealing with Von Trapp Vienna? I don't know how to say that. Vienna style lager, which is by the family that inspired The Sound of Music. And guess what else? It's a product of the United States. A little of Austria with a lot of Vermont. So let's try it out. Oh, dang, that's delicious, man. That is what I want my beer to taste like. Okay, I've just held this mandrel bent 2.5 or something inch pipe up to the flange. I kind of have an idea of where it's supposed to be cut. So now I'm gonna take my Sawzall and I'm gonna cut the pipe with a Sawzall. Very simple. Let's see how it goes. As if by magic, the pipe is in 2 pieces. Let's see how it fits. Back under the car. Here's the pipe, and I'm basically going to hold it in place with one hand, and I'm going to take a Sharpie, and I'm going to make some marks around the pipe and on the flange, and mark where I'm going to weld it, and then I'm going to take them both off the car. I'm going to tack weld it in place, put it back on, make sure it fits, and once I know it's going to fit, then I'll weld it all the way around for real, and all will be well in the world. So let's do that next. All right, I've just thrown just 3 quick tack welds on this so that I can hold it in place and hold it up to the car and see how far off it is. I think I got it in the right spot, but we'll see when it's on the car. All right, let's try it out. You won't even believe what I'm about to show you. Just held it up, put it in place, right about there. Pipe's facing the complete wrong direction. It's like 180 degrees off. How did I screw that up so much? I am bad at this. I mean, that's comically bad. Oh, man. All right, I'm going to cut the welds off and try this again. All right, I used a new marker this time, so it's a little fresher. And hopefully right, you can see the lines are lined up. You know, pretty close at least. So, 3 more tacks. Let's see how it fits. Alright, so things fit well, so when you weren't looking, I threw this extra pipe on there. That's what happens. Sometimes I gotta sneak it in. Alright, so it's now a couple days later. Weird things happened, you know. It's actually Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. For me, I'm gonna mix up a little Captain Morgan's and Coke. Actually, it's not even Captain Morgan's, it's Bacardi Black, I think. And this one, I'm supposed to share a Coke with a liter. I'll just consider myself a liter for tonight. I like a 50-50 mix myself. Only if I'm going to be welding, though, because you want to be safe. Okay, down at this end, you can see I have the straight pipe sitting on a couple jack stands. And I welded, I just kind of tacked this in place for temporarily holding it. So now you can see the mufflers right here, and I have this little piece in the muffler. So now I have to make this piece to go in between here, which should be pretty easy. It's nearly straight. I'm just going to cut a little angle on there, and then I'll probably just grind it until it fits perfectly. And then down at this end, rolling through the spider webs. Isn't that how the song went? If I hold this up to where it needs to be, it actually is very close to mating up to this. If I just add this little pipe in between. So this is just a piece that I cut off randomly, and it happened to fit really nicely in here. The only thing that I have to do is, I had cut this off with I think a torch or something like that, or maybe a plasma cutter, I forget. I cut it off with something violent, and it left a really nasty edge. So I'm going to clean that up with a belt sander, and then I'm going to mark all this stuff where it needs to be put together, and hit it with a marker, hit it with a welder, all that jazz. So, all right, let's keep going. Let's talk about safety for just a second. If you're cutting stuff or you're welding stuff, wear some safety stuff. These are earmuffs. These ones are actually from Raceway Park in Englishtown, New Jersey. which apparently you can't even drag race at because somebody rented it to park cars on for the future, I guess. So Raceway Park is like no longer a thing for drag racing, which is weird. And then these are Harbor Freight glasses, which are absolutely awesome. I actually got some stuff in my eye last year and had to have it pulled out at Mass General? No. Either way, some sort of, Mass Eye and Ear? Yeah, either way, I had to have it pulled out at a hospital in Boston. And it was not fun. So then I went out and I bought a whole bunch of these safety goggles. And they're like ski goggles, basically, but they're from Harbor Freight and they're like $6, but they're absolutely awesome. Because then stuff can't sneak in the sides either, which is just great. And they don't seem to fog up, which is another awesome feature. I don't know why that is, but I guess they're well vented or something, some sort of magic. Anyways, always wear your safety squints. That's a shout out to Av YouTube channel, if you're not aware of that. AVE. If you're not watching that on YouTube, you should be. And yeah, wear your stuff, because you can't replace your eyeballs. And once your ears are messed up, then you gotta, have like magic medical devices to make your ears work again, which is a pain in the butt. So anyways, yeah, gloves, eye protection, ear protection, just do it. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut this one. This is the pipe that I already cut the angle off of for the rear of the passenger side. So now I'm gonna cut a straight cut here, and since this one is angled, it should be just about what I need. So I'm gonna get this right on the first try. Let's just say I can feel it in the air, like Beanie Siegel might say. That's a good song, by the way. So we're gonna nail this first try. Here we go. Okay, so now I have just welded this piece on right here. There's my finger. I've just welded this piece onto this piece. This goes in the muffler. This is gonna weld this. This is gonna weld onto the middle of the pipe. I just welded this up. I welded it, decently so you can see that I'm not a complete hack. Hold on, let me try and focus. There we go. So yeah, I mean, it's not perfect, but a lot of the stuff that I do, I just kind of hack it together, but I am actually capable of, welding something for real. But anyways, I'm gonna now weld the long piece of pipe, the middle pipe, I'm calling it, to this. And we'll see how that goes. All right, that's coming up next. Can you believe I'm still working on this exhaust system? It's now many days later. I don't even know what day it is. Drinking some Dunkin' Donuts coffee. It is nighttime, but that's what we do. We drink coffee at night. So, today, I'm gonna get back on that stupid exhaust system that fit like crap. The other thing that I'm going to try and do this week is I'm going to try and work on this car as much as humanly possible, hopefully almost every night this week, and see how much progress I can do. I don't know if that's actually going to happen or not, but that's my plan. So my goals are get the exhaust to a point where I can drive it out of the car, out of the car. That makes a lot of sense. Get the exhaust done to a point where I can drive it out of the garage and not make my neighbors mad. And also get this intake pipe to fit better than it does. And then I'm also going to try and get some radiator hoses sorted out because I need to put some antifreeze in this thing to see if I can actually run it for more than like a minute. All right, so that's where we're at. Here we go. Okay, so this pipe is the down pipe for the driver's side. I just have it all tacked in place and it fits like complete and total crap. So I'm gonna cut it up because why not? So I guess I'm gonna cut it and try again. So let's do it. All right, so now I cut these pieces off the end of this. Now I'm gonna hop under the car and see if I can fit all these like 35-degree bends or something all together and make something work. Okay, I have now got this tacked into place, and now I'm going to see if it fits. I'm guessing it won't, so let's find out. Guess what, folks? I think this is going to work. So you can see here's the down pipe. So all its bends meets up to this long pipe. cruises all the way down here. And you can't see anything because it's dark, but you'll have to trust me that there's mufflers up there. So yeah, great news. So now I gotta just take the whole thing off and weld it all the way around, which is gonna take a long time. So, I'm not gonna bore you with that. Yeah, I couldn't stop. So, there's this side and the other side with the flange on the end. Alright, it's another episode. Today we're going with Schweppes Black Raspberry Seltzer. Because why not? Gotta stay hydrated, you know? Today we are going to weld up some more exhaust pipe because that's what I'm doing. And yep, it's not great, it's not exciting, but it's what's happening. So, I'm gonna continue documenting it. Here we go. Okay, first round is this section. I'm just gonna weld this up a little at a time, spinning the pipe a little more each time, and yeah, we'll see how it turns out. Alright, I think I've actually mentioned this before, but I'm going to do it again because it's important. Alright, I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt right now, but I have these Tillman welding sleeves on. I've had these for many years now, so they're a little tattered. Whenever I weld, I like to wear a breathing mask as well. And, of course, leather gloves and a good welding mask. This welding mask I've actually had for probably about 20 years now. It's a Jackson mask, and it's not like an auto dimming one. It's just a solid, dark, really great mask. I've actually replaced the head section a couple times, but I really like the mask because it's just super dark and it's reliable and I don't have to fight with it. Up here I have, you know, the one that you can get at Harbor Freight that works sometimes and it doesn't work other times. So this one, it just stays dark all the time. So yeah. Anyways, I guess what I'm getting at is it's important to wear the safety equipment because you want to breathe for a long time. You want to be welding when you're older. You want to make it until you're older. So make sure you're wearing the right breathing stuff. Protect your hands. Protect your face and your eyes. All that jazz. Alright, anyways, I want to get to welding. Okay, so I now have both ends of the pipe all welded on. I'm sure I'll get lots of criticism because I didn't back purge the pipe, I didn't clean up the metal before I welded it. There's probably 100 different things that I could have done better, but honestly, this is going on a Ratty Lemans. The quarters are rotted on it, it's not a pretty car. I'm just looking for function here, not form. Doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be welded. So, I guess that is this pipe. I think I have to weld an O2 bung on the driver's side, so let's take a look at that. Alright, here's the driver's side pipe, and I just put a mark on this where I want my O2 sensor bung to go. A long time ago I bought a bunch of these O2 sensor bungs and a bunch of plugs to go in them. So I am going to drill a hole in this, weld a bung on there. Here we go. Alright, I've now got my bung hole and my bung. So I'm just going to put this on here. I'm actually going to tap this with a hammer to flatten it out just a hair. And then I'm going to weld this sucker on there. And then we'll be ready to O2 sensor. Yeah. Okay, I've now tacked it in place. And take that off. We'll see if this thing wants to spin out. Now I can see that I'm still in the center of the hole, which means my O2 sensor is still going to fit inside. Alright, so now I'm going to go around and weld all the way around. Well, that'll do it, I think. Yeah, that'll work.